Welcome to the Hokie Rundown. I'm your host, Jacob Jenkins, and thank you for joining us today. A doctor who pled guilty to selling ketamine to Matthew Perry before the actor's overdose death is set to be sentenced. Perry passed away at age 54 on October 28, 2023. Dr. Salvador Plasencia admitted to illegally selling ketamine to Perry, knowing he was a struggling addict. Prosecutors are asking for a 3-year prison sentence, and Perry's family may make statements in court today. Next up, we have a story on a recent special event at the local YMCA. Let's take a look.
On Friday, the YMCA at Virginia Tech on North Main hosted the 56th annual Y Artisan Fair. This event hosted 36 local and regional artists who showcased a variety of homemade goods. Jewelry, fine art, pottery, and woodwork were among the many crafts that made up the event's artsy atmosphere.
They make sure that the vendors have diverse talents. And people here are really skilled. Some of the products here today are really one-of-a-kind pieces.
The Artisan Fair was also a chance for vendors to network with one another and engage with their online followings. As building a social media presence becomes more essential for modern businesses, many vendors have worked on establishing a social media following and a brand image, which in turn brought more attendees.
I think a lot of our vendors keep up with the trends, and with social media, they do a lot of social media marketing for their businesses and really try to work on branding for themselves. And so some of the individual vendors have a lot of followers themselves, and that helps bring more people to the Artisan Fair.
The Artisan Fair is a fantastic resource for vendors to spread word about their businesses and network, but it's also a great opportunity for them to showcase their creativity, talent, and passion for their craft.
From the variety of unique crafts, it was easy to see the dedication and passion put into each individual piece on sale.
Artistic talent in this room is quite incredible. A lot of technique. A lot of the folks in here are also teachers and instructors and are experts in their own right. It's amazing.
The Y Artisan Fair was a great success and continues to foster an amazing artistic community. Reporting in Blacksburg, I'm Jacob Jenkins.
According to WDBJ7, a fire at Foxridge Apartments damaged a 24-unit building on Monday, December 1st. 65 people were forced to evacuate, including 38 Virginia Tech students. No one was hurt, but students describe a frightening scene as flames broke through the roof. The university has moved affected residents to the Virginia Tech Inn, and the fire is still under investigation, but officials say it appears to have started on a back porch. That will conclude the first half of our show. Now it's time for a quick break.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. Let's get right into our next story. According to ESPN, Virginia Tech is climbing the national recruiting rankings, jumping from 45th to 23rd after a huge surge of late commitments. New head coach James Franklin flipped several former Penn State recruits, including running back Messiah Mickens and wide receiver Davion Brown. This class also adds top prospects in the trenches and a strong-armed quarterback, giving the Hokies a major boost as they look to rebuild on offense.
All right, how excited are you for the upcoming football season with James Franklin at the helm?
I'm excited. I think James Franklin is probably about as good as Virginia Tech could have done, probably about as good as anyone could have done.
I'm pretty excited because from what I know, we've never had like a name brand coach who is like been somewhere else, has its own people. So I'm excited for that to come to us.
Do you think having a good football team could change the morale of the school as a whole? Do you think the students will be happier?
I mean, I would say so. It'd give people something to look forward to in the fall, and just maybe stay motivated till the weekend. So
it could definitely uplift the students because it'll give us something to look forward to during the week. And it can also increase if people want to come here or not.
You've been paying attention to the new recruits we've been getting this year?
Yeah, I know today's signing day. I can't really name a whole lot of the players, but right. I know they flipped a bunch of people from Penn State, a bunch of people who are going to go to SEC schools. So I don't know. I mean, you never really know, and I'm not sure how important high school recruiting is now in the age of the transfer portal and the emphasis on having 5th, 6th year seniors if you can. But it'll be interesting to watch.
Next up, let's take a look at a story about ponies being threatened by a mysterious predator.
Here at Grayson Highlands State Park, visitors can summit Virginia's highest peak, Mount Rogers, or search for ponies amongst the park's grassy, bald mountaintops. However, these ponies are facing an increasing danger.
Over the last 5 years, more and more ponies are being killed or badly injured by larger predators. Many of these dead ponies have been found by Jerry Ward.
To manage the ponies, yes, we have a sale every time this year, but this year we don't have enough ponies to sell.
The ponies at Grayson Highlands are not wild, as some may believe. The Wilburn Ridge Pony Association, led by Ward, cares for the ponies, providing medical care, feeding them during the winter months, and rotating new ponies into the herd to prevent inbreeding. Ward isn't sure exactly why so many of his ponies are being attacked, but suspects that hunting restrictions within the state park are allowing the bear and coyote populations to grow. Ward says he finds a dead pony on the mountain once every week or two. It's reasonable to make the argument that nature should be allowed to run its course, especially on protected lands. But the ponies are vitally important to local tourism and economic development.
That is our niche. Outdoor recreation is the #1 reason that visitors come and attend and see us here in Grayson County. It's not the most visited, but there have been years that it's been the second most visited state park in Virginia, and it's always high up there on the list of people who come to that park, and I feel like the ponies is the major reason.
Before any decisions are made on how to handle this problem, information is being gathered to better understand it.
Virginia Tech has come up, and they've got roughly 54 cameras here on the mountain in a grid, trying to find out the predator that is taking the pony.
For now, Ward and his team will continue to do what they can for the roughly 60 ponies that are still roaming the park's rugged terrain.
Reporting from Grayson Highlands State Park, I'm Eli Lamport.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Jacob Jenkins. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.